Lynn, I wanted to ask you because, from what I understand, Maddie has looked up to you for for a little while at least, in terms of. No, I think before that, but just you there are some similarities in your game. Just what have you seen from her as a young player who's new to this league, and why maybe other defenses should be very scared.
Yeah, is this on? Can you hear? I'm just gonna talk. I feel like you guys can hear me, right? Great. Yeah, I think that Maddie's ceiling is so high. I have said this in multiple meetings or media things, and I don't know if I've actually said it to you, but you remind me of a younger me, and I am hopeful that I can help in any way to teach you things that I learned later in my career, so you can surpass me and surpass so many obstacles that are in your way. She's a very speedy forward. I think backlines should be very threatened from her, but she's also crafty. She sees the game really well. And she's young, so you got good knees. And so I just think that her ceiling is so high, and I feel very lucky to be able to play with her and get to see her grow. I think that even from preseason to now, her game has grown exponentially, and I can't wait to see the player she is at the end of the season, but also in 10 years from now, if that's how long you want to play.
Thanks, Lynn.
Maddie, how good this goal must feel for you? I mean, after some close calls and the way that last match went.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. Been taking a lot of reps, and to see one finally hit the back of the net was just kind of a monkey off my shoulder. And Lynn is so fun to play with, and I know I'm always ready when she's on the ball, and I think it just was really exciting and overall a really good team win.
Lynn, I'm sure you want it back, but what did you see on your breakaway there? Has looked like she had a nice ball to you. Just tough one, clipped it there. What did you see on that?
Yeah, she was definitely, I mean, I could have gone around her, or I could have done a lot of things differently. But what I saw was she was coming out, and I was like, let me try to sneak this past near post, and it just missed the outside. So, yeah, obviously want that one back, but I think I would be more concerned if we weren't getting in those positions. And it's just about sharpening that and getting to the training field. And also, I mean, I'm going to give myself some grace. This is my first start in a very long time coming back from injury. But yeah, I should put that one away.
Just kind of follow up on what you just referenced. Your first start in a rain uniform.
Yeah. Must
be a special game, especially against Portland. What's been going on in your mind when you saw your name on the team sheet?
Yeah, it's being injured sucks. I felt really good in preseason coming off of last year, and so to twist my ankle right before the season started was annoying, to say the least. Horrible timing. So to be back out there, obviously I want to be in the game. I want to be able to contribute on the field, but anytime I am able to contribute at all, I think is a win. I think as you start to get older and playing the game, anytime you're on the field is such a blessing. So I'm more excited that I was at training this whole week and being able to train with my teammates and have fun doing that. But anytime you can come and beat the Thorns at home, it's a good day. So.
And Lynn talks about contributing. I mean, she can contribute without being on the field. She's such an amazing leader, and I think I learned a lot from her with her even not on the field. So imagine what we can all learn as a squad when she's back on the field.
Yeah, in film they're probably shut up. Stop talking.
And to talk about the occasion, derby game, victory over Portland, how sweet does it feel?
Feels great. Feels amazing.
Yeah, I feel like I've had a personal vendetta against Portland since 2016. Actually, honestly, 2017 when we played, and I was in North Carolina. We played them in the finals, and it was more of a rugby match than it was a football game. And since then, I have taken any time we play them personally. So to be able to win is good.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Jeff.
This is in two parts. One, how important was it to get an early goal for a change? Goals have kind of been at a premium. All of a sudden, you found yourself up one, and you weathered a quick response where Moultrie nearly leveled it 2-3 minutes later.
Yeah, I think that anytime you can score early, I think you hear this all the time, but it just relieves a bit of pressure off of you. You're then on the front foot. They have to bring the game to you now. They're chasing the game the entire time. obviously as the game goes on, especially in the second half, we want to have more control of the game. But to be a young team and, like you said, kind of starved of goals right now, to get one early, I think is exactly how we want to start. Now we can like talk about everything else after that, but we checked that one off the list.
And then how does that contribute to the identity that the team is starting to establish? They've had a couple of scrappy things where you've managed to grab some points here at home. You know, the draw, you've gotten a couple of early season wins. What kind of identity do you think this team is starting to establish?
I think just gutting it out. I mean, it's not always going to be pretty, but we need to find that fight in those moments. And then, like Lynn said, I think the game presented a new thing for us, and that was managing the game and, you know, holding a lead. And I think that's important to learn as you go deeper into the season, deeper into playoffs. That's really important to be able to manage a game. So learning that now is really important for us.
Yeah, I always say it's always nice to learn while you're winning, not learn while you're losing. So I think that we're scrappy and we're young and we have some talented players, but there's little things that we just have to get better at.
So this one's for both of you. I'm curious, Maddie, when you were really cooking early in the match, like Torpy was having a hard time handling you, what's the signal to say, give me the ball now? And Lynn, obviously, you've been in that zone several times too. How do you like signal to your teammates like, hey, I'm on one right now?
I don't think it's necessarily a signal. I think they can recognize it. They're really smart players, and I think it's like Lynn found me on that perfect ball, and I think it's just people understand the rhythm of the game, and I think, honestly, we could have done a better job finding the weak side. I think they were shifted over a lot, but I think overall our team did a good job of capitalizing and using the momentum to our advantage.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think when somebody's hot, you got to give them the ball.
All right, Charles up here.
Sorry to bring up the missed breakaway, and while not acknowledging a milestone, you tied the league lead in assists all time with a current teammate and a former teammate. What does that mean to you? Jess McDonald and Sophia Huerta. So I'm sure Sophia will want to catch up to you whenever she comes back. What does that mean to you? I mean, to just continue to add to the legacy that you've already set, and just kind of keep pushing yourself. Obviously it's a team game.
Yeah.
But this is a personal achievement that I know you achieved with your teammates.
Yeah. I didn't start playing to set out goals of I want to be like the assist leader. I just love playing. Like I said before, I want to be able to contribute in any way. I think it also means I've been playing a long time. But I also think that it shows that I have teammates that are in great spaces, and if they are occupying great spaces, give them the ball. We just talked about, Maddie was hot, give her the ball. She's in a great space. I'm not going to try to overcomplicate things. I want to win more than anything, so if that means I need to pass it and make the right play, then that's what I'm going to do. But I also think that there are times in our career where we should be able to celebrate ourselves and not just wait until the end of our career and be like, wow, I did all these really cool things. We should celebrate it in those moments. Because in this career, it's always, what's the next thing? This game is over, we're gonna celebrate it tonight, and then we have to turn the page and go to the bay. The amount of times that you can just celebrate are short. So I'm sure I'll go home and tell my husband, and he'll get excited for me, and then I'll say, please give me some electrolytes because I'm gonna cramp. But no, it's exciting, and it's something that I'm proud of. But at the end of the day, I'm more excited to beat the Thorns.
Okay, we'll take the last in-person one here from Bella, and then we'll take the last two on Zoom.
I wanted to ask, because you had talked before signing with the Reign about being closer to home. Obviously, Becky Sauerbrunn and Sam Ewis, not exactly living nearby, but they were here, they were filming and then here for the game. Just what kind of support have you seen from both your personal circle, but also from fans since you've come to Seattle, basically?
Yeah, personal circle, it's been great. My family didn't come to this game, but they'll be at some games, and to be able to have 2 days off and fly home, or I can call them on my way to training. We have to be there at 9:30, and they're up. But when I was in New York, I'd be like, it's 9 o'clock and it's 6 o'clock here, they're not awake. And then when I'm like, it's time to go to bed, you know what I mean? So just time difference wise is awesome. But the fans have welcomed me like more than I could ever have imagined. I never imagined like in my career where I would be on so many different teams, and so to be able to be welcomed like these fans have welcomed me in the community, and just I fully feel like I'm at home, and that I think sometimes takes a bit of time to do. And how long have I been here? Since January?
Yeah. Not even 4 months.
4 months, and it's already felt like home. So I credit that to my teammates, but also the fans of just like open arms and being like, we accept you as one of us.
All right, we'll take last two on Zoom. Blake, go ahead.
Hey, ladies, this is for both you ladies. What did you ladies think was the key to the team's performance tonight? And what were the main adjustments made during halftime, if there was any made at all?
I think one of the main things we adjusted at half was we were just too deep. We couldn't really build enough pressure on the ball, and I think it got a little better in the second half. I think we can go over film and kind of improve that a little more, but I think it was just a gritty performance. I don't really necessarily think we followed the game plan like we wanted to, but I think sometimes it's going to be like that. Sometimes we're just going to have to gut it out, and I think it's important to be able to go over those mistakes in film, but I think it's also as important that we gutted this one out.
Yeah, I think that we started fast, and that was obviously in the game plan. It's always in the game plan, start fast. But like Maddie said, it was just a gritty, gutsy performance. I think we're going to need to go back and watch some film and figure out why it was that way. Right now, I think our emotions are like high, but like looking at it, it's never as bad as you think it is, and it's never as good as you think it is once you watch it back. So I'm just interested to see like what went wrong, what we could have done better, but we won, so we'll take that.
We will.
Thanks, Blake. All right, we'll take one from Rowie.
Hi there. Thank you both for taking the time. Maddie, I had a question for you following up on sort of Lynn's comments about you and her point about celebrating yourself. I'm just wondering what it's like to, hear such kind things from someone who you must have grown up, deeply respecting and even idolizing, sort of working with people who have been around this game for a long time, like Laura. Like, what is it like to have that spotlight on you right now, and to sort of recognize that all these people who you watched growing up are now watching you and giving you the round of applause?
Yeah, I think the main word that would describe it is just surreal. I mean, I've idolized Lynn, Jess, a lot of these players on this team, and especially from a player like Lynn, like it's just amazing to soak in all of the information that she has, because I can learn the most from her, and I think I'm in awe of her every day, and I think it's just a blessing to be on the field with her. And I think also it's just like she puts me in really good positions and she makes me look better, and I think that hopefully I can do the same for her and we can grow our connection. I mean, it's only our first really real game together, but I think it's just kind of a starting off point, and the things she said about me were obviously amazing, and I have all the most respect for her, but it's just I don't really have the words to describe it, honestly.